What's going on, everyone? My name is WYRM or Chase. Yeah, I figured I'd kind of use this first video here, as a way of just kind of introducing myself as WYRM. I made a new channel, and so I'm debating on whether or not I'm gonna upload this to the new channel or if I'm just gonna rename my There Were Dragons channel. Honestly, I'm kind of leaning that way because it's got videos on there that I like. It's got my older music on there, and it wouldn't be a bad thing to have my older music on there. So, I'm kind of leaning just using my older channel. So I think we'll see what happens. So yeah, for those, if I do upload on my old channel, for those of you that know me, yo, what up? Been a while. What up? And also for those of you that are new here, welcome. Thanks for being here. Appreciate you being interested, curious, and yeah, hope to get to know you a little better too down in the comments. Like I was saying, I was kind of just wanting to use this video as a way to just kind of talk about myself a little bit. I've never really done that on this channel, and I think that'd be good. So something, I guess, to get going, I was originally in Texas. I'm 26 right now. I turned 27 in July. We just moved to Colorado from Texas in April last year. We're currently, Denver-ish area. It's been great, man. Going from Texas to Colorado has been really cool. It was mostly for nature, and, the atmosphere of Texas can be, it's it's one of those things that if you really, really like Texas, you're probably not going to get what I'm saying. But, if you get what I'm saying, then, But, the atmosphere of Texas is, it can be a little weird sometimes. It's just so big too, man. Like the traveling, you'd go anywhere and it'd be, like 8 hours anywhere. Just as a casual drive. It's just silly. But yeah, here it's like we can get down to Red Rocks in maybe 30, 40 minutes. We can get to Boulder in around 30-ish minutes. There's family like 2 hours away from here. There's family closer. I mean, you know what I mean? I have family in Wyoming too. That's only a few hours away. So that in itself has been a game changer, just the distance. One thing I've noticed about people in Colorado is that they see distance, like driving differently. Because me and my girlfriend went to Garden of the Gods. It's like a park down here, and it's like a 2-hour drive from where we live. And we were talking to this lady. I think we were just getting our internet set up or something. I was making casual conversation, and she was basically just saying that she's like, oh wow. And keep in mind, we're only like 2 hours away from this place. She was saying, yeah, I've been here my whole life, and I've always wanted to go there. And this lady was like in her 40s, and I was like, what? You could just go, man. It's not even that. You don't even have to you just go. It's a park. It's just a park. It's a sick park, but like it's not. I don't know why she hadn't been before. She was like, yeah, it's all the way down there, and I was like, what? It's 2 hours, man. But I don't know. I was talking to some other people about it. They thought that was weird too, but like that's not the only time I've experienced something like that here. So I just think we have a funny perspective being from Texas and like just the sheer size of Texas. But anyways, that's just one of the reasons why we moved. Yeah, moving on to just kind of more upfront stuff about me. So the music that I've been making, I've been a bit self-conscious about, and it's one of those things where I think that's natural, especially if you start a little later than like as a child. I think I started making music whenever I was 21. Yeah, so I think it's normal to get those kinds of nerves. And even as a kid, well, I'm saying this because I think you go through those things maybe as a kid, as you get a little older, like in teens, if you start then. But, I'm not, whatever, everyone's different. But my experience, I started a little later, and I developed a bit of self-conscious feelings towards my music. It's hard to know. So I ended up going to college for music too. I have a bachelor's in music production. I went to Full Sail University. So if any of you guys went to Full Sail, what up? And if any of you guys went to Berkeley, what up? What the hell was I saying? Right. So I developed like self-conscious feelings towards my music, and it's I don't know what it was, but it's like whenever I think it's because I really started making music whenever I started going to school for music. I'd done music, so I'd played tuba in high school, so I had like a little bit of music theory from that. You know, you don't really go super in depth in high school band. You know, I had understanding. I could read music and I had understanding. And so going into college wasn't too crazy. This is my third major, by the way, so there was a little bit of wiggling happening just in between high school and actually going to Full Sail. And it's like whenever I first started making music, it's like I didn't see it as I was making a song. I was like just getting into it. You know what I mean? I was like practicing, just seeing what I could do. For a little bit, whenever I first started making music, I was like making songs and there was less thought going into it, of course. So as I progressed, I got more, you know, I've always been like a really analytical person. I think I'm pretty perceptive. As I was, you know, I'm not to say that it's crazy. It's, you know, I think these are qualities about myself. And I think that because of this, I don't know, it's like, I'm trying to word something here that's really common. And there's a name, I think there's a name for it, but I can't, whatever. But it's like whenever you the Dunner-Kruger effect, is that what it's called? Is that what I'm talking about here? It's whenever you don't know enough about a subject to think you know about it. And then it isn't until you learn more about that subject that you end up knowing nothing about. You realize, it's a realization. You realize that you actually know nothing about it. Like the little bit of information that you thought was everything was actually just like the tiniest like bit of that subject. And it sends you down this like rabbit hole of self-doubt, and not to think that I knew everything. I don't think I was fully engulfed into that effect. It was one of those things. I didn't think I was great, but I also wasn't thinking about it at all. I was kind of just already copying artists that I liked. I was going for like styles and just, you know, like I said with band, I kind of understood like patterns and drums and I don't know. I just making music I like, you know what I mean? And that's something, by the way. Just so I don't know. I might go into that in a different video, but what I just said there, that's important. And so yeah, once I started learning more about music, and it was coming in fast because each one of my classes was 4 weeks long. And so it was an accelerated bachelor's program, which, you know, that's fine. That's just how it was set up. But it doesn't give you much of a chance to like really sit down and solidify these ideas too hard because you're just kind of moving. And I have ADHD as well, and that can make that weird. So yeah, I developed a kind of self-doubt towards music, and it never really felt like I was making anything specific. I was just kind of like practicing. Like everything I would go into Ableton or FL, whatever it was that I was doing, it was like practice for school or whatever. And you know, and again, in school, I'm not learning how to make anything like really EDM. I'm just really learning music theory and structure and like how to write music for movies and games and a lot of really important stuff that helps solidify music theory and ideas and how music works in the world. So it's not like I regret those things, but it's not really the general place I wanted to go. So all that really means is that I was going to have to do more research on my own, really, more learning. Which is fine. I have this thing where I kind of tell people I'm addicted to learning. It's crazy, man. I love it. So yeah, where the hell am I in this story? So yeah, I think to just cut to the chase with that, you know, I don't really, it's hard to explain why I didn't have the perspective of like, okay, I'm going to sit down and write, like, I'm going to write something meaningful for myself. You know what I mean? Like I would do that whenever I was younger, honestly. I think a lot of people do, but I would kind of, what was that show called? It was just Most Dope, Mac Miller's Most Dope. I used to watch that whenever I was younger. And I remember I would like write raps in a journal while I'd watch that show because I just loved his style. I thought he was such a cool dude. And I just love the vibe. And yeah, I don't know. But like, so like I was saying, I would do that back then. Also, R.I.P. Mac Miller, man. crazy. Anyways, like I was saying, so I would, as I was younger, I would kind of write songs like that, like meaningful, connected to more myself. But then I kind of, I just honestly stopped thinking about it. I was just in band and I had a lot of insecurities. I don't know if many people know this, but I was actually overweight my entire life, up through college. Yeah, so that was by the end of college, I had lost all my weight, and so there was a lot of like anxiety and self-doubt and lack of confidence in my childhood. And it's one of those things where I kind of stopped thinking about music fully. Never like, well, not fully, but like I stopped thinking about, I don't know how to explain it, because I feel like I thought about making it, but it wasn't like something I was actively doing, you know what I mean? And so, I kind of just continued in band. I was in Amarillo, Texas at the time. And then we moved to San Antonio, Texas, my senior year, which, a little bit of awkward timing, but I also didn't feel like Amarillo was it. I wanted to leave Amarillo too. So I was cool with that. I ended up making some friends in San Antonio. Took some time because I was, anxious and all of that. But, I found a friend group there and that was good. Didn't make any like lasting friends while I was there. Nothing like super crazy. So, only really had a year there and I was already anxious. So yeah. So I think in my older ages, as I was starting to really get back into making music, it's like, I didn't really see it as like connecting myself to my music or like I'm working on something right now that is for that. I always was like, let's get into Ableton and see what I could do. Let's just get in there, see what comes out. And yeah, and that's pretty much how I've been making music for like the last like 4, 5, maybe 6 years now. How old am I, man? I think it was around like 5 years. A lot of that was in college. So I wasn't really like going and really making music until sometime after college. I made my song Daydream as There Were Dragons. And that's kind of my first like, I consider that like my first track where I felt really good about it. It felt like a real song to me. Yeah, I wanted to build off of that track, like that energy, that feeling I got while making it. And that's where I was like, yeah, wow. I could be good at it too, because I liked it. I was like, wow, that's sick, man. I don't know. It felt good. And it was all flow state too. I wasn't like, it was just all a vibe. It was nice. And so fast forward a bit, me and my girlfriend end up moving to Colorado, so we're here now. So fast forward more to today. I started working with this guy, John. He's great. He goes by Racket Club as his artist name, and he's been DJing for a long time. You can look him up on Spotify. I could drop links down below. Working with him has been good. It's one of those things where I think I'm gaining different perspectives from him, and it's been nice working with him. If anything, he's motivated me to kind of go out and meet people, and which I have been doing. So that's been really good. It's more of a mentorship for me than anything right now. Only to say what's been kind of going on in my life, where I'm at right now, what I'm kind of focusing on. And so he's helping me with just kind of the business side of music, perspectives, confidence, things like that. And it's been really good talking to him. He recommended me a book, which has been cool. I'm excited to get into that. While I'm on the topic of books, I'm actually doing a 12-month book challenge. I don't know if you saw a PewDiePie video, but yeah, he's doing like a 12-month book challenge right now. This month, it's the Tao Te Ching, which I just so happen to be following Taoism. I don't know if I don't follow the religion of Taoism, but the philosophies of Taoism I do try and follow. And so I've gone through the Tao Te Ching already, and so I got a different. Let me go grab it. Okay, so I got a new a different translation of the Tao Te Ching, and I've been going through that. Almost finished with it. Probably going to finish it up this coming up week here. And it's been really good. I actually really like this translation. If you don't know what the Tao Te Ching is, or Taoism, like I said, it's something that I do follow, and so I do recommend. It's great. I think it's something everyone should at least know about. Like, the best way to describe it is it's really neutral. It's more for the self rather than anything else. If you don't follow it fully, I think it still has important ideas in it. I think the Tao Te Ching was a great book as a first book to kind of go through for January. Next month is In the Words of Buddha. So I'm really excited to get into that. I haven't really gone into anything Buddhist, so it'll be nice to get different perspectives and ideas from that. So yeah, I'm working with John right now. That's been really good for just motivation, getting me out there, really seeing things. Just went to an Akali show a few days ago. That was sick, dude. Super loud though. It was indoors in like this kind of smaller venue. And oh my God, dude, that we forgot ear protection. And holy shit, that was loud. It was pretty okay. And then Akali got on stage. Man, headliner is always louder. Jeez, it was so good though. The music that was playing through the like, whenever your ears, it's not even the speakers, it's your ears that are like, just, it's like, you know what I mean? And it's like, it feels like the speakers not doing well, but it's literally just your ears because the volume can't process that. And just vibrating, you know what I mean? And so it was getting a bit of that, but the actual music that was being played was fucking sick, dude. It was like a new Akali drop. He said it was with someone else, and he just posted it on his story, and I can't remember who, but sick, dude. I saw the openers, all 3 openers, and they were sick, man. It really gave me a perspective of like a step process of like progression, you know what I mean? I think my favorite was definitely Backlash. He definitely had the most confidence. He definitely had like a vibe that I feel like, I don't know, I liked it, you know what I mean? I could see I could see why he's opening right now, and I can see him being like headlining. So shout out to that guy. His name is Backlash. Shout out to the other dudes too. But yeah, that was a lot of fun. So that's kind of just stuff that's been going on lately with music and stuff, life. Right now, like I was saying with music, I kind of lost confidence, or, I didn't really have confidence in that right now. But as of right now, to kind of get back onto that train, I think I'm finding confidence in music again. I'm actually having fun with music, which is a really good thing, man. All it really takes is not thinking about it as much. And I think a lot of those fears, especially if you're really trying to grind it, a lot of those fears and anxieties come from the learning process. You want to make something and you maybe don't know how, and you're just gaining tools. And as you gain tools, some of that anxiety starts to maybe alleviate, unless you have like low confidence with your own music just in general and you just don't. You know what I mean? That's the thing. It's like I would make good things and then I just wouldn't like it because I did it. If I had heard it from someone else, I may have liked it, which I think is a crazy, thing to realize. So yeah, I've been vibing off my own music more, which I think in turn is helping me create better music. It's a crazy domino effect too that just gets bigger and bigger and bigger if you keep going. So the other piece of advice is just don't stop, man. Just keep going. You got to be putting in the right time and really be doing it, but just don't stop. And there's levels to all this. I don't think we all have different types of music. It's not about making it to a certain point or anything. It's just about finding what's going to make you feel right with your music. You know what I mean? And if you can find that, man, you're gold. You're golden. Fucking Ponyboy Curtis, man. Stay golden. Yo, comment down below if you know what that's from. I can't tell if I'm old yet. Maybe. Might be old. You know what? No. I've been thinking about this, man. I don't think I'll ever be old. I was telling this to John too, man. I could be 98 years old. And I'd be like, what are you talking about, man? I'm vibing out here. We are still grooving. Might want to go back to college whenever I'm 50. Who knows, man? You got to look at life like differently. You can't look at it like a straight line path. That's stupid because it's just made up. I don't know, man. Just do whatever. Live life. Got to grind it, pay the bills, do what you got to do. But you got to find a balance somewhere, though. It's not a straight line progression. Nothing is. And so, just keep on trucking. Keep trying to do better. Keep learning. That's the biggest thing, man. Don't stop learning. Don't stop seeking awareness. Keep getting higher levels of consciousness, man. That's all I got to say about that. Anyways, I just wanted to talk about myself a little bit more. I might put a little bit of my music in here, but maybe some like chill music too. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed watching this, man. I hope you are all chilling, vibing. Oh yeah, and it's like I was saying, I think the biggest takeaway from this is that if you feel weird about your music, man, just keep going. It happens to a lot of people, most people, I'd say. But yeah, let me know how you felt about this kind of video too. I'll probably upload this on my main channel see what you guys think. And yeah, we probably keep going like this too, because this is more fun. Not that we won't like get into music, but it's kind of just like the perspective of what I'm doing, I guess. Anyways, much love, everyone. We'll catch you with the next one. Worm out.
Everything is so tragic.